and welcome to Tacoma Community House's third virtual fundraiser, Don't Judge, Just Serve. We would like to begin our program with acknowledging that we are on traditional homelands of the Puyallup tribe. The Puyallup people have lived on and stewarded these lands since the beginning of time and continue to do so today. We recognize that this land acknowledgement is one small step towards true allyship, and we continue to uplift the voices, experiences, and histories of the indigenous people of this land and beyond. Once again, welcome to Tacoma Community House's third virtual fundraiser, Don't Judge, Just Serve. The simple phrase, don't judge, just serve, acknowledges the human dignity in you, me, and the many people who seek our services. But what does it mean to serve? When we serve, we think about ourselves and put effort into uplifting others. However, there must be empathy, compassion, and freedom from judgment to truly serve. Tacoma Community House has stood the test of time, providing over 112 years of judgment-free service to our shared community. As we navigate a rapidly changing world together, our work will always bring us back to our community. Please join us as we highlight the work we do, how it impacts our clients, and what it means to just serve. Don't judge, just serve. Tacoma Community House thanks and acknowledges all of our generous sponsors, beginning with our legacy sponsors. AmeriGroup, Tacoma Public Utilities, and Boeing. Our champion sponsors, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health and Financial Insights. Our game changer sponsors, BCRA, Multicare, Pacific Lutheran University, Tacoma Community College, and University of Washington, Tacoma. As well as our community partner and supporter sponsors shown on the screen. Our first speaker is Jason Scales, Tacoma Community House's interim executive director, who will speak in detail about the integration of the Tacoma Reach Center and TCH.
Over its 112-year history, Tacoma Community House has endured 2 global pandemics and multiple wars, with a mission focused on serving those impacted by resettlement, economic hardship, and violence. Tacoma Community House continues to be a safe space for all community members. I am Jason Scales, Interim Executive Director of Tacoma Community House. COVID has affected all segments of the population, particularly our most vulnerable community members. That is why TCH never stopped serving. Although our doors were closed, staff continued to work remotely and serve clients in the safest ways possible. Students were able to attend classes via Zoom, and clients needing one-on-one consultation with our immigration, domestic violence, and employment case managers were served by appointment. We even expanded. I'm proud to share with you that TCH and the Reach Center have joined resources as one organization in order to best serve Pierce County's youth. Adapting to change can create resilience, and Tacoma Community House will continue to respond to community needs and the new normal. Imagine if your new normal included the following challenges. You just arrived in America as an immigrant or refugee. You are houseless. You speak a different language. You have no family or community nearby. You can't find a job, or you need help fleeing violence. Now, how would it feel knowing there is a place where you can get support that is relevant to your lived experience? In the past several months, those affected by conflicts in Afghanistan and Ukraine have found their way to TCH. We have experienced the generosity of the community in providing supplies for Afghans as they arrive, and the heartbreak of hearing stories of family members still in Afghanistan or Ukraine. This is all to say that Tacoma Community House will never waver from our promise to build a welcoming community. Together with your support, we can continue to address these needs and serve individuals navigating a new normal and aspiring to become citizens of our collective communities. I ask you for your continued support and welcome you to Tacoma Community House's third annual virtual fundraiser. Don't judge, just serve.
What an exciting time. Together, TCH and Reach will be able to respond to the diverse needs of vulnerable children, youth, young adults, as well as our immigrant refugee communities of all backgrounds. Thank you, Jason, for the update. Last fall, TCH highlighted local businesses for Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month when former student Mariana Flores Santiago proudly contacted us to share her memories of TCH and the success of her business.
I was born and raised in Tacoma by a single mother. Life wasn't always easy, and although she did what she could, she struggled to provide for me and my siblings. We were placed in foster care, school became challenging, and at the age of 16, I dropped out of school to focus on raising my daughter. My name is Mariana Flores Santiago, and this is my story. I knew I wanted to provide the best life possible for my daughter, so at the age of 18, I enrolled in Tacoma Community House GED preparedness courses. Enrolling was only part of the challenge I was faced with. I was scared to be judged based on my past, my test scores, and the thought of failing my daughter. I dropped the course twice before, but I decided to re-enroll and try again without hesitation, as I knew I wouldn't be judged, even though it was my third enrollment. I was given up on many times in my life. I didn't want to give up on myself. Above proving everyone wrong, I wanted to break the cycle of poverty in my family. With the last 3 generations, my great-grandmother, grandmother, and my very own mother have lived in this very community in which all have lost their children to the system, never completing college and relying on the system to help provide basic needs. It was not easy being a mother of 3 at the tender age of 18, as well as being a student, relying on the city bus to get to and from school, a local daycare center to watch my children, and living on one income. I worked through these difficulties and successfully obtained my GED. I recall sitting in a classroom like this, filled with other students. We were nervous and we all had various challenges, but we had the same goal, to obtain our GED. Thankfully, TCH has amazing instructors who absolutely love the community, teaching, and are super dedicated to serving their students. They know it's never too late to stop learning. Whether you are a teen or a grandparent, TCH serves us all equally. Not only did they help me obtain my GED, but the confidence they built within me has helped when I enrolled in college, when I purchased my new home, and when I started my very own business. Tacoma Community House forever changed my world, and I ask that if you can, support TCH in a way that is meaningful to you. Thank you.
It's more critical than ever for businesses to take a proactive approach towards social responsibility. This allows for businesses and organizations to connect with customers while creating a space for mutual engagement. Our next message is from this year's legacy sponsor, Amerigroup. Our next speaker is the City of Tacoma's first Cambodian American Council member, Council Member Joe Bushnell.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe Bushnell and I serve on Tacoma City Council District 5. I represent District 5, which include parts of the South Tacoma, as well as South End and East Side areas. I was born and raised in Tacoma. I'm a lifelong resident. I'm also a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, and in the past have served as an advocate for local small businesses, particularly in the hospitality industry. As the son of an immigrant mother, I have firsthand knowledge of the obstacles faced by those seeking refuge from oppression. And just like my mother, who escaped the Khmer Rouge genocide, so many others all over the world know this pain, and there are many hurdles to peace. Challenges posed by differing political ideologies, political boundaries, racial and gender inequalities, religious differences, greed, and sometimes a lack of education and compassion. My mother came to the United States and did not speak any English, The Tacoma Community House offered classes that she was able to attend, and eventually she was able to learn enough English to find work, to support our family, and even become a U.S. citizen. This would not have happened without the help and support of the Tacoma Community House, and not only have they helped my mother, but have also helped hundreds of other Cambodian people and has been a staple in our community. But there are so many people who want to help those without a voice, those who might be scared and unsure. That's why I'm optimistic about our future. I know the power of our individual and collective service and the impact that the Tacoma Community House has made in our community and in the lives of thousands of individuals who have been welcomed there. You may be asking how you can serve alongside the Tacoma Community House, and I ask that you choose to support TCH's family of programs by making a gift. You can make a one-time gift or pledge a monthly recurring gift online at tacomacommunityhouse.org or by mail to the P.O. Box address at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for your support of Tacoma Community House.
I'm Marlon Henderson, Peer Outreach Specialist for the Reach Center. Since its inception over 12 years ago, the Reach Center has served over 25,000 youth and young adults. To best serve our youth, Reach's programs focus on getting youth what they need to thrive. Our ACT program provides mobile outreach to unaccompanied youth 12 to 24 years old who are experiencing housing instability or literal homelessness. Youth can also access employment, education, and wellness services at Reach, as well as advocacy support through the ACT Youth Action Board. Our Housing for Success program is a rapid rehousing program serving youth and young adults aged 18 to 24 who are experiencing homelessness. The Reach Center partners with 3 community-based organizations on this project: Associated Ministries, which is Shared Housing, Vadis, and Oasis Youth Center. These organizations collaborate to provide case management, housing provision, and mental health and life skills to youth in the program. As a peer outreach specialist, I understand somewhat of what the young folks are going through because my life was also affected by a lack of resources and opportunities. It was when I was 21 and incarcerated for a second time with a newborn son to care for that I had an epiphany. I didn't want this to be the end of my journey, and I wanted to be there for my son's journey as well. When I got out, I got involved in nonprofit work, serving others. Working with youth and offering support is what I come to work for. The beauty of the Reach Center is that it centers on building meaningful relationships with young people. I know that I've gotten to them when they call me and ask for advice. That's all that matters. When you have trust, the path to success, however defined that is, becomes more of a reality instead of a dream because there is a foundation to build on. I hope you'll consider supporting us as we build these foundations. No gift is too small when the work is this big. We can't do it without you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Christina Turner, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as Social Responsibility Manager for Tacoma Public Utilities. Tacoma Public Utilities is proud to support and sponsor Tacoma Community House in celebration of 112 years of the work they are doing in our community. The mission and efforts of Tacoma Community House benefit us all, and we really value at TPU the partnership in helping us build relationships and in reaching our customers in our community. For decades, Tacoma Community House has helped countless individuals gain the skills they need to transition out of poverty, navigate a new culture, and find personal and professional success. Working together, we can create opportunities for all people in the South Sound region. Congratulations, Tacoma Community House. We look forward to the future together.
Thank you once again to our legacy sponsors. Without your generosity and support, this year's program would not have been possible. TCH changes lives. Our staff members treat our clients and coworkers as whole people. We care about one another's well-being and want the best for our community. No judgment. Please listen to some testimonials from current TCH and Reach staff and learn more about why we continue to do the work we do.
Tacoma Community House is a great place to learn English as a second language. They have amazing instructors that encourage you to keep learning, and they advise you to what road to go.
I love working at the Reach Center in Tacoma Community House because I enjoy the people I work with, and I'm very passionate about working with youth and young adults.
TCH really offers a lot of community assistance, and it's really nice to be able to help out, and it's really nice to be able to be part of the community and even helping out, even talking to clients when they do come in for any intakes or any conversations. It feels like I'm talking to an aunt or to an uncle or to a community member. So it's very important to keep that connection while we're helping, and that's what I really love about it. It's very natural and very, very nice to be part of a community that's very helpful.
The reason I love working here is helping the youth and young adult reach their goals. I love seeing them accomplish working on employment, housing, and being able to help themselves.
I love working at Tacoma Community House because I get to meet lots of families from different races and cultures. We meet, we talk, we build relationships, and then we try to overcome those challenges and barriers. Sometimes I know what they've been through, and I love to hear their stories and help them navigate through the challenges of the community. And I just think that if we work together and we just build relationships, and that we can, help each other become successful. So, and I think that this is a great place to work because we have staff who's like a work family, like to support each other, and so we like to get things done. We are called to help, and we are helpers one to another.
I like working at Tacoma Community House because it feels like home to me. The people that I work with are some of the best people I've ever met, and I know that I can be myself wholeheartedly and go home at the end of the day feeling good about the work that we do.
I love working here because I love serving our youth and adults. I think working with our clients is a lot of fun. They come in here knowing the goals and success that they want to achieve, and we just help them with the tools and resources to reach those goals. It's really fun to witness that and build a community and friendships and relationships with these youth and adults. So that's why I love this job.
Thank you to all TCH and Reach Center staff. Together, we are fighting for resources, equity, participation, diversity, and human rights. Our final message is being shared by Tacoma Community House Board of Directors Vice President Manny Santiago.
Hello, my name is Manny Santiago, and I have the honor of serving the people of Washington as the first Executive Director of the Washington State LGBTQ Commission, having been appointed by Governor Inslee to his cabinet in 2019. I'm also honored to serve my community as the Vice President of the Board of Directors of Tacoma Community House. I was born and raised on a coffee farm in the island of Puerto Rico, a U.S. possession in the Caribbean. The colonial reality in which I lived made me both an insider and an outsider in the mainland. Although a U.S. citizen by birth, my accent, my culture, my physical features make my experience closer to that of immigrant communities. This reality makes me more passionate to continue on the path of working for inclusion, acceptance, and compassion. I am committed to working with diverse communities, including our youth, to ensure everyone has a seat at the table where their voices are integral to the finding of solutions. My husband came to the U.S. almost 20 years ago as a youth, seeking refuge and safety. After changes in state and federal laws, we were able to enter his own process to become a naturalized citizen. This is a long journey, filled with challenges and confusing turns. Thankfully, once we moved to Tacoma, we were able to make use of the resources at Tacoma Community House and get him to the last part of the journey. Today, he's a naturalized citizen with all the rights and responsibilities that this conveys. We are both deeply involved in our community, and we are grateful to the staff of Tacoma Community House for the huge part they played in making this a reality for our family. For 112 years, TCH has promoted the ideals of an inclusive, tolerant, and compassionate community through programming focused on family reunification, economic stability, citizenship, education, safety, opportunity, and quality of life. Now, as we enter the second decade of the 21st century, Tacoma Community House remains responsive to the needs of their community. In 2021, TCH added the Reach Center to our programs, so together our organizations can serve Pierce County youth ages 12 through 24 through resources, helping them with employment, education, housing, advocacy, and counseling. Unfortunately, the need for Reach's programming was at an all-time high in 2021. Over the course of the year, Reach provided aid to more than 800 youth, almost tripling the number of youth served prior to the pandemic. LGBTQ youth experience homelessness at twice the rate of their non-LGBTQI peers, and programs and services supporting those youth are an important piece of creating equitable communities. Together, we are fighting for resources, equity, participation, diversity, and human rights. TCH and Reach do not judge, just serve. Contributions from people like you help us to accomplish, first, the establishing of a youth advisory board. Second, launching a coordinated entry plan for all of Pierce County, and also to advocate for change for the Beacon Center, among many other plans to support all of our community. To meet these challenges, we're asking that you make a financial contribution to TCH today. We are inviting you to not judge, just serve. This will help ensure that our equity advancing programs remain accessible to our community. I ask that you make a gift today. You can make a one-time gift or pledge a monthly recurring gift online or by mail at the addresses below. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manny, for all you do for the community and for Tacoma Community House. On behalf of our staff at the Tacoma Community House, the Reach Center, and the clients we serve, we thank you for taking the time to participate in our virtual fundraiser and for your financial support. We hope you found our program informative and that you are inspired and motivated to just serve. All our best for a safe and healthy 2022. Thank you for your ongoing support and generosity. Remember, don't judge, just serve.